The opinions of this podcast are solely those of the creators and do not reflect the opinions of the filmmakers involved. If you are of legal drinking age, feel free to have a drink with us, but please do drink responsibly. You're listening to Cole-astic Cinema.
They're heading for the canyon. They're going back to the Citadel.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
Damn you, Salazar!
With your hosts, Fabian Salazar. KG tried to stab me with his cigar. And Cole Butterfield.
Casual note, being called a sawsbone over a doctor is fucking dope.
Where we talk about movies.
Most of the time.
A great big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
So come along for a ride and have fun.
Like, didn't you say it was like over an hour?
Yeah, I think the preamble's like, it's close to pushing like 55 minutes or something.
Multiple hours for fucking the Wicker Man.
For the Wicker Man, yeah.
God, why do we... Oh my God, man.
I don't know. But I think... I don't know. Like we were talking about off mic, I think it's because we have we can just nitpick and everything because it's a bad movie.
Yeah.
When we're watching an actual good movie, it's really hard to do those things without just being like, oh, this movie rocks.
Yeah, no, it's hard to take notes when it's actually a good movie because
Yeah.
you're just like, I want to fucking watch it. Even if you've already seen it, like with Lighthouse, like you took like...
Exactly.
I think you took more notes on Wicker Man than you did.
Fucking dude. Fucking probably, because I actually had some interesting stuff I wanted to talk about with that one. But anyway, we are going to be watching a... Oh, well...
Oh, wait, but first...
Welcome to
Cole-astic Cinema!
We are going to be watching a good movie this time. Sorry we tortured you with Wicker Man last time, but
I'm
I
not
feel
sorry.
like...
You guys got to suffer with us, man.
Yeah, sometimes we do, but... Also, like, I feel like we had a lot of good insight as to why that movie was a bomb. And
Oh, yeah, and also picking out and pointing out things that could have been interesting or promising about the movie that ultimately were delivered with the premise, which is what makes it incredibly fucking frustrating.
Right. And, Cole, go ahead and let the listeners know, I don't know, what we're up to while I get the script.
All right, guys, so we're going to just do some casual way of filling in the space while things happen in the background. Today, we are going to be watching the Academy Award-nominated movie with multiple Razgot recipient, Simon Pegg. That's right, he's got a Razzie in every category. The Emmy, the Grammy, the Oscar, and the Tony. But not really, because he's Simon Pegg and he's awesome. This is early classic Simon Pegg and one of the few ones I have not seen by him. So I'm excited to watch this. I know it's a very popular one. I don't know if it's more popular than Shaun of the Dead or if because this is like a trilogy movie series, right? Like they all three kind of fall within the same.
Yeah, so coming back. Yeah, so Hot Fuzz was made in 2007. This is the second movie in the Cornetto Trilogy.
Cornetto Trilogy, there we go.
The Cornetto Trilogy consists of Simon Pegg and Nick Frost as the main two actors, and Edgar Wright as the director.
And a cornetto is a small Italian trumpet, right?
No, a cornetto. So, in the American version of a cornetto would be a drumstick, the little ice cream cone. Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
The British version of that is a cornetto, and they get them in every single one. Like when Sean's walking to the convenience store in Shaun of the Dead, he gets a cornetto. Yeah. They constantly talk about getting cornettos in this one. And then I'm not sure about In the World's End. Like they probably do.
So cornetto it's an ice cream cone, like drumstick.
Yeah, it's like a drumstick.
And they call it cornetto.
Yeah, that's why I call them cornettos.
How in the fuck was England such a major world power when they had stupid names for so many fucking
Well, why the
things?
fuck do we call them drumsticks?
Because drumsticks are cool.
I don't know. I like cornetto better.
You can play the drums with the drumstick. You can't play the cornet with the fucking cornetto.
What is a cornetto?
It's a small Italian horn.
Is it?
No, I don't fucking know. I just know what corn.
Now you got me like.
What is a cornet? Is a cornet a brass or is it woodwind?
A cornet is, yes. A cornet is a
Okay,
is a
so I'm
horn.
not a complete fucking idiot.
A cornet is a horn.
Yeah, and a cornetto would be a small male Italian horn.
A small male
Cornetto, not a cornetta.
Right. What is the
Its origin? Well, it's probably some wacky ass British name, like calling the bathroom the loo, or the back of the truck
the loo.
Yeah, the loo, or the boot, or the telly, or any other.
Oh, he saw it on the telly.
Oh, he saw it on the telly. The concepts have a plan.
I have a concept. We have a concept of a plan.
Oh, we got a concept of plan. I mean, very nasty. They kept fact checking everything I said, and I don't appreciate that. Very nasty, rude, mean, nasty. People.
Okay, there we go.
Ah, cool. Pull up.
All right, finally found it. I'm trying to find a good. Okay. I'll do the intro when they decide to send Nicholas to. Okay, so okay, so that'll be for later. Okay, so getting down to the nitty gritty. So yes, Hot Fuzz is in my top 5 favorite movies of all time. I used to watch this movie religiously every fucking day. 2007, yeah, that kind of tracks. And I love it, absolutely love it. The action's great, the comedy's great, everything about this movie, I hands down love. It's my favorite in the Cornetto Trilogy. And I think it's got some of the best one-liners. It's kind of like a parody of action cop movies.
Well, isn't the Cornetto trilogy itself parodies of those movies in a way? Parodies and homages at the same time. Because I feel like Shaun of the Dead very much shows a lot of love for the genre of zombie movies,
as well as this one,
as well as just completely making absolute fun.
Yeah, and they're perfectly well done. You can tell. Yeah, you can tell they're done by people that are fans of the genre.
Appreciate the genre.
Yeah,
well, that's what I love about Edgar Wright, man.
And that's why
Simon Pegg.
That's why George Romero came to Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg after Shaun of the Dead and was like, "Hey, well, we're filming Land of the Dead. Do you guys want to come in and be some zombies?" And they're zombie extras.
Oh, no fucking way!
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
So in Land of the Dead, when they get to like the main character gets to this town that has just like zombies, and they kind of treat them like commodities. Like, we've had zombies for forever, whatever. We build up our walls, right?
Look, I take a pill once a month for zombie flare-ups, but they still will be there every now and then. It just happens.
So he's walking through, and they do like game shows with zombies and shit, like where they put a contestant in, and like they have to run around and survive with the zombie in the ring. Ooh. And then there's you can get your picture done with zombies, and the 2 zombies that are chained up, like in the background, is Edgar Wright and Simon Pegg.
What?
Yeah, I'll have to show you.
Yeah, just show me that. That's fucking fan. Wait, and this is the Romero movie, and this is
this is Land of the Dead. This is the 4th movie in George Romero, who popularized what we perceive zombies to be in pop culture.
Oh yeah, he's one of those brilliant creators.
He is the creator of the modern zombie, and he loved their movie so much. He's like, all right, you guys come be extras in my movie.
Dude, that is awesome. That's I would stop making movies after that point. It's like, no, I'm good, man.
I got the thumbs up from Romero.
Yeah,
may God rest his soul.
Yeah, God rest his soul for literally defining the entire genre. Like J.R.R. Tolkien completely. He is the basis for all fucking fantasy. And shit like that. So
this movie was made in 2007.
Yes,
it was directed by Edgar Wright, written by Edgar Wright and probably Simon Pegg. Okay, I'm gonna run down the list of actors. Yeah, don't stop me. Okay.
Don't stop
me now. Which is in Shaun of the Dead. So we got Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, Martin Freeman, Bill Nye, Robert Popper, Joe Cornish, Chris Waite, Eric Mason, Billy Whiteclaw, Peter White, Julia Deakin, Tom Strode, Walton. Let's keep going. Well, actually, just like a ton of fucking British actors, but Timothy Dalton, Jim Broad.
We got Bill Nighy and Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, Jim Broadbent, who's Slughorn in the Harry Potter series.
Yeah, and we also got Bill Nighy. Who? Oh my God, dude. Okay,
yeah, Paddy Considine, Rafe Spall, and who else is? Oh yeah, Edward Woodward from Wicker Man that we watched last time.
Because it's a Woodward.
Olivia Colman. Just very popular British comedian.
Oh, okay.
Stephen Merchant. Let's see. Oh, Rory McCain, the Hound.
Fuck.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, David Bradley, Filch.
All of Harry Potter in this movie?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Is Pettigrew going to show up?
But yeah,
I swear to God, if Gary Oldman is a goddamn.
But yeah, there's a lot of really great British actors in this movie, and it's just hilarious. Okay, so let's see. Moving down to the rundown. Yep, 2007. This movie was filmed in, England. Yep.
Oh, really?
Most just like the countryside in England. It was made for £8 million. made back 80 million US dollars.
Okay, why not the conversion for the first part?
I don't know.
It was made for £8 million, which then grossed how many?
I don't know the conversion, but I know, like, regardless,
It made how much?
8 million to 80 million. Yeah.
God damn.
So I think the pound is a little bit more than the US dollar, but still, they made their fucking money back and then some.
God damn.
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't want to spoil too much of it.
No, please don't, because
I know way too much about this movie. I know, like, every single scene, every single line. Like,
Oh, yeah, no, it's coming back to me why I haven't seen this one or World's End.
Yeah.
Like, I only saw Shaun of the Dead. I think it was at a weird time to where, growing up where I did, that we appreciate a lot of British actors and some British comedy, but I didn't have a lot of friends who were super into British comedy.
yeah, it's
tried,
tough at first.
Like, I tried sharing a bit of Fry and Laurie, Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie, which is brilliant, just a brilliant short-lived sketch show with the two, that it's fucking fantastic. British humor as hell, which I love. But
Oh, yeah. Is that old sketch show? And it's got Rowan...
no, you're thinking of Black Adder. That also
Yeah.
has Stephen Fry and Hugh Laurie in it.
Yeah,
Black
yeah,
Adder.
yeah.
No, that's another
okay.
great, fantastic British comedy that I had no friends to get
Yeah.
into with it.
Mr. Bean. I know it's Rowan
Atkinson.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Zazu from Lion King.
Right.
Who apparently couldn't reprise his fucking role, and that's an old beef. I'm not going to get into that.
that's
The
okay.
long-time listeners know. You guys go back to the early seasons where I just start going off about the Lion King remake. So it makes sense back then when I'd go off on that rant. It makes no sense to have any beef with the live-action Lion King now in 2024. But
Yeah.
I do.
What, I mean, does anybody talk about it?
No, that's my beef. The only person they brought back was James Earl Jones Rip.
Rest in peace to another goat.
That was depressing to read.
Yeah, that sucked.
It just randomly popped up on my YouTube feed because I watch Star Wars things because I don't like having sex.
Also, like, he also kind of not deserved. He was allowed to pass away. He was 93 years old.
93 years old
Yeah.
with a huge body of work, iconic. Like,
Yeah,
just,
one of the greatest living actors of all time. He's allowed to peace out.
man, but fucking Rip though.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hot where that fucker's going.
Yeah, there's finally. I'm just so fucking happy that you'll finally get like 90% of the quotes I make, because a lot of them come from this movie.
No, I'm excited, man. Like a good British comedy. Like it's something I've weirdly been thinking about recently. Where like I kind of want to dip back into British comedies because I like them a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I still understand how all their wacky ass names they were able to dominate the world with their naval fleet from a small island, but. Honestly, just fucking props to you guys. And now we have so many holidays celebrating liberation from you. So fuck yeah.
Yeah, and other countries
And
too.
other
It's
countries
like,
being like, whoa, no longer under British rule.
what was like the most recent? Wasn't the most recent one like India in like the 80s or some shit? God damn.
Independence Days around the world because fuck England.
Oh man.
It's beautiful. What a history. Oh my God.
I love my English chaps. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out mates. You fucking cunts.
Yep. Let's see. I really just want to dive into this movie, so I think we're going to keep this preamble a little bit shorter because honestly, if I talk about it anymore, I'm just going to
And I feel like this is a good movie based on, especially on the ratings that I saw. So this is a good movie, so we don't have to talk as much about it.
Yeah,
It's
we
a
don't
good
have
fucking
that
movie.
many nitpicks and shit. Okay, so I think let's get into the script reading.
Script reading, that's right.
You can be Nicholas Angel, and I will be everybody else.
Nicholas Angel.
Nicholas Angel.
Oh, his
Sorry.
name's Nicholas Angel?
Yeah, Angel. So
that
you're Angel, and I'll be everybody else. So
Nicholas Angel. That's one hell of a fucking name.
let's see. Let's see.
Okay, hold on. Okay.
Angel sits opposite a jovial sergeant of the same age. Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Still a bit stiff.
Uh,
I don't like that.
Angel's a very hard ass.
Oh.
He's a hard ass cop.
Oh, he's a hard ass cop. Okay.
Yeah.
Still a bit stiff.
There you go. Hardly fitting for such a good boy.
I'm sorry, Sergeant.
Getting stabbed by Santa.
Right.
It can be awfully hairy out there. I'm surprised you hadn't been snapped up into a nice desk job before. That's what I did.
Oh, no, Sergeant. I prefer to think my office is out on the
All
street.
right, stop doing the stop doing the pussyfuss. The
Snagglepuss.
Snagglepuss. That's it.
Exit stage right. Okay. Fine.
No, you can if you want.
No. I'm gonna. All right, so I'm a tough British cop. All right. Mind if I do that again?
Yeah, you're from Bristol. Do you want to just start over?
Nope.
Okay.
I want to keep that fucking bullshit and this bullshit.
Oh, okay.
It's all part of the
Yeah.
process,
Yeah,
guys.
it's all good. It's
a
good.
process.
We
You
gotta,
gotta
yeah.
hear it in real
So
time.
I'll start. Getting stabbed by Santa.
Right.
It can get awfully airy out there. I'm surprised you hadn't been snapped up into a nice desk job before. That's what I did.
I know, Sergeant. I prefer to think my office is out on the street.
I think mine's a little bit too Australian. But yeah, Indeed, you do. Your arrest record is 460% higher than any other officer. And your paperwork is really quite exemplary. Exemplary. You do like to cross the I's and dot the T's, as they will?
Dot the I's, cross the T's.
Exactly. That's why... And that's why it's high time such skills were put to better use. We're making you sergeant.
I see.
In Sanford, Gloucestershire.
That's not a real town name.
Gloucestershire.
Where? Sorry?
In Sanford, Gloucestershire.
That's in the country.
Yes, it's lovely.
That's miles away.
Lovely.
Is there not a sergeant's position in London?
No.
Well, can I just stay here as a PC?
No.
Do I have any choice in this?
No.
But I like it here.
You always said you wanted to transfer to the country.
In 20 years' time, maybe.
Well done, you.
Hang on. I don't actually remember telling you that.
Yes, you did. You said, yeah, I'd love to settle down in the country sometime, Janine.
I'd like to talk to the inspector.
Fine. You can talk to the inspector, but I promise he'll say the same thing you said, same thing as me. An equally jovial inspector sits alongside the sergeant. Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Still a bit stiff.
How are things at home?
I'm sorry, sir.
How's Janine?
We're no longer together, sir.
So where are you living now?
Oh, it's the sergeant. That's still you.
Oh, sorry. So where are you living now? He's in the section house, sir. Oh, with the recruits?
Temporarily, yes, but...
Well, you must get out of there. Yes, he's leaving out of cardboard boxes. Well, then you're already packed. Nicholas, we're offering you a smashing position in a delightful cottage in a lovely little place that's been voted Village of the Year. I don't know how many times, but it'll be good for you. We're only asking you go for 9 months.
9 months?!
A year? 2 years tops.
I really don't know what to say.
Just say yes. Just say yes. Thank you.
No, I'm sorry, sir. I want to...
You want to take this higher?
Yes, I do.
You want me to bother the chief inspector with this?
Yes, I do.
You want me to get to the chief inspector to come all the way down here?
Yes.
Okay. Kenneth, the jovial chief inspector enters. Angel stands. Hello, Nicholas. How's the hand?
Jesus Christ. Okay. So I guess we could say this at the same time, even though I'm not. Okay.
It's still a bit stiff.
Chief Inspector.
Keep your seat. Now, I know what you're going to say, but the fact is you're making us all look bad.
I'm sorry, sir.
Of course, we all appreciate your efforts, but you're rather letting the side down.
But my record is 406% higher than everyone else.
Exactly.
I'm not sure
Well, sometimes you've just got to sail the middle path. It's all about being a team player, Nicholas. You can't be the Sheriff of London. If we let you carry on running around town, you'll just continue to be exceptional, and we can't have that. You'll put us all out of a job.
With the greatest respect, sir, you can't just make people disappear.
Yes, I can. I'm the police inspector. No one's disappearing, Sergeant.
However you spin this, there's one thing you haven't counted on, and that's what the team are going to make of this.
Angel exits the office and is greeted by every officer of the force clasping plastic glasses and makeshift sign made from color photocopied sheets that read "Good luck, Nicholas."
Brilliant. Ah, dude, that's like classic British shit right there. It's like, dude, well, you're really good at your job and we can't fucking have that.
Yeah. So I really wanted to do this one. This is the first scene in the movie. So I really wanted to do this one so I didn't spoil anything else for you. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's kind of the tone.
Awesome. What gives me like huge Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, Douglas Adams vibes.
Well, it's funny you think it because Marty Freeman's in that scene.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah.
Oh, fuck yes.
All right, I'm excited. We're going to go watch the movie, and we'll let you know what we think.
Hell yeah.
A great big bushy beard.
Big bushy beard.
All right. God damn. It moves up the card every time I watch it. It's like, it got me so many times just from nostalgia, but also like just the fact that it's a good movie.
Dude. That was awesome. That was a lot of fucking fun.
It is a slow burn for the first act and like halfway into the second act.
Well,
like
for an early aughts comedy,
yeah,
it's definitely a slow burn. Like it.
Oh yeah. It's way different than anything else. Like, well, it's a classic Cornetto movie if you put it in those like in those terms. And like, yeah, it's a fun British comedy, but like for coming out, sorry, I'm a little far away from the microphone. For coming out in 2007, like it's so different than any other comedy movie that was coming out at that age.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of those early aught movies that is a comedy where like, oh, this didn't age well. You're like, oh no, like this aged fine. Like there's nothing.
No, every single aspect of this movie aged well.
Which is fantastic to see from a early aughts fucking comedy because so many of them.
Yeah, they don't. It's more I would argue it's more the American humor.
Yeah, the American
style.
The American humor style, yeah. So
the British style is like it's
that
cut
is
and dry and fun and also that parody style humor with like Airplane, like actual parody
style because I like with movies like I'm a fan, but like Scary Movie,
yeah.
It's not as good of a parody movie as, like, say, Airplane.
Well, that's to be like super critical. Those aren't parody movies. Those are reference.
Yeah, those reference movies. Oh yeah, actually,
yeah.
It's
like all just reference.
Scary
They're
movie,
fun.
superhero movie, epic movie. Those are just reference movies. Like, hey, you know this thing. Well,
now we're gonna make fun of it in a movie. Yeah, and I fucking love the Scary Movie franchise up to 4. And
up to 4, damn.
Yeah,
okay.
like 4 holds its place with me, but it's not my favorite. But still, they're all just reference. Like, look, you know this dumb character from this horror movie.
You remember this? Well, here's this thing, but done in a funny way.
Yeah.
Whereas like Airplane, Top Secret, Hot Shots.
Yeah. Like
Shaun of the Dead.
Those are 100% parody movies because it's an original story told in that style, but it doesn't take that style seriously.
And there's just some slight references, but done in a way where it makes sense with the story instead of just pulling you out and being like, "Hey, remember this? Okay, so back to our regular scheduled programming."
And even with like that, like there are some jokes in Airplane that are kind of like clearly like, here's here's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but.
But that's like, that doesn't even feel like referential. That's just
it has its reference and everything. And this movie, Hot Fuzz, clearly is like, okay, we're a fan of these dumb action cop
like
movies,
80s action cop movies,
or early 2090s, like 90s. just the over the top action cop movies. So let's go ahead and put 2 of them in the movie. And so like our references make sense, but they don't what's the word? Like distract from the story.
Yeah.
Like, and everything, like I was talking to you earlier, or I was talking to you while the movie was going, like every single aspect of this movie, everything that is written into this movie serves a purpose.
I think that's what sets it above.
There's no scene in this movie that doesn't serve a purpose.
I think that's what makes it one of the more higher rated parody movies, and what sets it above reference movies is because everything has a purpose. It's not there just for the sake of being there to remind you that, oh, hey, this thing fucking happened. Fucking remember.
But even then, like not taking it as a a parody movie, taking it as a genuine action movie.
Oh, that's one of my first notes. Is like, this is a genuine action movie. It just happens to be a parody.
No,
which is fantastic.
It's so fucking cool. Like, did you expect it to turn and be like from the first act into the middle part of the movie? Did you expect it to turn that fucking hard?
Not that hard. No, I was expecting a turn. Don't get me wrong. I'm like, okay, so like, when's the turn? People's heads are what?
Yeah, it gets so like the turn into horror. It's got
like,
horror elements.
Yeah, it's like, we're having
which
fun.
I
We're doing
absolutely
some like
love.
playful British fucking comedy. We're having fun. We're having fun.
Honestly,
heads are been removed.
Honestly, this might be my second favorite movie of all time.
What do you mean decaffeinated?
Exactly. What do you mean? Was that decaffeinated?
That's such a stupid but so simple.
It's just it turns so fucking hard because it's like it's like very bland, mundane, just day-to-day cop life and boring,
stuff.
and then just fucking all of a sudden
with
that
some humor
jump
elements.
like the first time I saw that jump scare or jump cut to the Grim Reaper-esque style character, I shit my fucking pants.
Well, then also just like the quick like rabbit cuts was like
yeah,
decapitated heads. You're like,
yeah, that was like, oh my fucking Christ, this movie turned so goddamn hard.
God, dude, I was not expecting that hard of a turn, and I fucking love that it had that hard of a turn. Okay, because it was a very delightful, action-y cop movie parody.
Yeah.
Up to that point, a lot of British humor, a lot of fun. It's like, okay. Like,
the serious cop being in this. It's kind of like a sitcom. The serious cop is trying to get used to the country life.
It's full of all the silly cops.
And then
what an odd couple. And now people are missing their heads.
Now watch somebody get decapitated. What the fuck?
Watch really hard, fast horror movie style edits where it's decapitated heads. Everything you know is no lie different.
So it's really fun. So I'd say the first act is very mundane sitcom.
Yeah, but
the
still
second
engaging
act,
and fun.
The second act is kind of like a slasher detective thriller, like kind of like Seven, and then the third act is just off the wall, like unhinged action, and every single element works. Everything works.
Oh man.
Okay, let's get into the notes.
Get into the fucking notes, man, because I'm fucking ready because I took notes.
I am ready too. Okay, so my first note is we didn't talk about it in the preamble.
Yeah.
But Cate Blanchett is she's uncredited, but she's Janine, Nicholas's ex-girlfriend.
This is post like Lord of the Rings shit to me.
Yeah.
So like
So I think that's kind of why she wanted to be uncredited, so it didn't distract from the story.
from anything, which I get, but also
it's also Cate fucking Blanchett.
You uncredited and keep her covered in just like full head to
full
toe
PPE.
PPE.
It's so funny too, like that joke, that beat where it's like, no, does Bob seem like the kind of guy I'm dating? No, it's Dave. And they're all just in full PPE, so you can't see any of them.
Actually, I'm not Janine. I knew that. Janine.
Yeah. So the whole first act is just a silly ass sitcom, and I fucking love it.
Brilliant, dude. Fucking brilliant. Oh man. And then my second note, and the thing that prevails throughout the whole movie we talked about, is just how it's taken so seriously.
Oh yeah.
Like
every single element is taken to, like, they do not wink at the camera once.
Nobody.
Well, I guess Nicholas has turned back to the camera, but that's kind of like a transition. But he's not like winking at.
That's
the
also
camera
some classic Edgar Wright shit by this point.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, which I fucking love. It's another note I have, is just loving the Edgar Wright of it all, because I'm such a huge fan of Edgar Wright. I think honestly, and I've only seen it 3 times, but I think one of my favorite movies is Baby Driver.
I still haven't seen it.
You haven't seen?
Nope.
We're doing a 3rd episode?
We'll have to. Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Anyhow, don't you tell me it's a good time.
Maybe. All right.
My next note is,
we'll see how we feel.
Next note, which I think actually played off later in the movie, is like, why did the fuck does he have the houseplant? Because
his Japanese. Well, he explains it to Danny.
he explains it later.
It
but
boosts
like
oxygenation and helps clear the mind
and clear the mind and all that.
Yeah.
And but like that's not explained. Like he's like, He lives out of cardboard box after breaking off his engagement.
Yeah,
with Janine.
he's living in the bunker
with the rest of the recruits
in the police
rookies
station.
Yeah, pretty much all the people who don't have access to kind of housing. Yeah, so. But the one thing he happens to bring and plans on bringing and keeps it loose is this fucking plant. And it's just not even addressed for so long until it's like, oh, no, it's a Japanese peace lily. The whole thing I keep it around there is for this reason. But like he's walking up to the fucking lady who's doing the crossword puzzle. He's got his peace lily. It's not explained. It's just a serious man walking with a house plant.
Honestly, the only reason I want a Japanese peace lily is because of this movie. I've wanted one for so long.
Well, I just like how it's just not even addressed, but it's just kept there and then referenced because this movie does, everything does matter for being there. But it's just
and even the peace lily had a purpose.
It had a purpose and a payoff.
It had a payoff. It had a purpose.
Everything is Chekhov's everything in this goddamn movie.
Exactly. All right, let's move on before I ruin my next one. Where were we at? So so
I'm still going through the first part. So he opens up to the castle part of the the penthouse at the end, and then something that, if I'm being honest, is something that's always bugged me.
What?
A problem I've always had aesthetically with houses, and I don't get why it exists. Halfway curtains. Why the fuck is the top half exposed and then those curtains hanging off right in the middle?
Yeah, that actually bugs me too.
Makes no fucking sense.
Why
What's
even
the point
why
of the
even
curtain?
have the fucking curtain? There's no point in even having the curtain.
Yeah, the only way I can think about it is that you're an exhibitionist and you only censor certain parts being displayed out the window.
I only want my dick and balls to be shown.
Or I guess since the bottom half is covered, like just my man tits. Just my man boobs hanging out right there. That drives me nuts.
Yeah. I'm with you on that.
Does not detract from the movie, though. Then just all the action flips.
Oh, yeah.
It's like earlier with our Galaxy Quest episode talking about just like the fucking rolls and the tucks and the
Yeah.
Why are you doing that? Because it's just the best way to avoid
is
anything.
that is that when he's jumping over the fences and stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's my second note.
Yeah.
It's called The Shortcut. So in Shaun of the Dead, he says, "Hey, what's the matter? You've never taken a shortcut?" And he tries to jump the fence and he fails, I think.
Yeah.
Or he falls on his ass or whatever. Whatever happens in Shaun of the Dead. And then in this movie, he looks at Danny. He says, "What's the matter? You've never taken a shortcut?" Jumps over all the fences. World's End. He says, "What's the matter? You've never taken a shortcut." Goes to jump over the fence and the fence collapses. So it's a staple of the Cornetto Trilogy. Every single one of them has a scene like that. He tries to, and it just collapses on him. You keep going until we get to my third note. I know him.
Oh, classic Edgar Wright music choices throughout the entire movie.
Oh, dude, the score is fucking phenomenal.
That's what I love about
it. It is so like heart pumping. Let's fucking go.
That's what I love about Edgar Wright is his ability to incorporate music so well into it. Unlike the previous movie we watched, where it's just music for no goddamn fucking reason.
Exactly, it's the exact opposite.
It's like, oh, this actually has a purpose and accentuates the fucking scene. I think that's what music should be for in movies. Maybe I'm crazy. Then, just a casual note, being called a sawsbone over a doctor is fucking dope.
A sawsbone?
A sawsbone. Like, so this is local sawsbone. Hopefully you have no need of him. Sawsbone for a fucking doctor.
I didn't catch that. This is a good catch.
Dude, sawsbone is a dope name for doctors,
a good
dude.
It's almost up there with organic mechanic.
Exactly. It's like the organic mechanic or the sawbone.
The sawsbone. Dude, that fucking rocks.
Sawbones is like dope ass fucking. I love it. Had I known I could have just got my sawsboner it instead of my doctorate, I probably would have gone for that.
If I would have got if I could be an organic mechanic, which oddly enough,
well if you got
saying
degree,
that now sounds oddly sexual.
Yeah, but if you got the degree, wouldn't you be an organic mechanist?
I think you're right on that one. You'd be a machinist.
A machinist.
Organic machinist.
Machinist.
Organist machine. All right, next.
Anyways,
we could go on with this bit for forever.
Your tangents are stupid. Fuck off.
No, they're not stupid, but I'm pressing time here.
Next note, also kind of just casual and stupid. Timothy Dalton is dope, dude. I fucking love Timothy Dalton.
No, he's fantastic in this movie. Fuck. He's so menacing, and he's so like I'm blatantly the killer, but I'm also not.
Yeah. And he just seems like he's having so much fucking fun.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard not to just... I feel like he kind of makes you excited for the movie, like, while you're watching it along with him. Because, like, he's like, things are happening.
He's like, I am also in this scene, and I have a big-ass smile on my face, and I'm pulling the exact same airplane bit where there's a photo of me doing the same shit in the background. It's so good.
Brilliant, and I fucking love it. Then another one's just like a random question I might just want to look up later, only because based on our previous episode.
Hang on, before you get into that one. So like, for my brother's, I don't know, 34th birthday or something, 33rd, 33rd, it was around that time. Yeah. I got him a print off of what's his name? Jeff Bridges or Lloyd Bridges in Airplane. You know, the scene where he says it's that exact scene where he says, "Get me Rex Kramer," and it's exactly him doing the same thing in the photo in the background. I got him a print off of that, and it's like it's a big ass painting, and he has it hanging up in his office.
That is brilliant, dude.
It's like he said he always wanted one, so I got it for him for his birthday.
Hell yeah, man, dude. That's wholesome as fuck.
Yeah.
Edit that out. That doesn't belong in this podcast.
Nah. This podcast isn't wholesome. This podcast tells our viewers to go fuck themselves
I'm sorry.
9 times out of 10.
You're right, and it's been a while. Go fuck yourselves.
Oh, yeah. Also, as always, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah. Moral of the story is go fuck yourself.
We're not sponsored by BetterHelp yet.
Sponsored by Go Better Help. Fuck yourself.
Better help me go fuck myself.
Anyways. Actually, this one was just random. Actually, I don't even know if it was just English Miranda rights.
Was that English?
Yeah.
Any of that?
Yeah, that's why that's why I needed subtitles. I was speaking the exact way they did.
English Miranda rights.
English Miranda. I also just wondering what Miranda rights were in
England.
So
I see where you're at. You're at when fuckface is getting arrested.
Yeah, doing the first arrest, he's reading off rights.
The guy in the purple jump tracksuit.
Yeah, it's just a casual history buff. I'm curious because when we covered Dirty Harry and they mention have you heard of these lawsuits Miranda, because having to read people their rights wasn't a thing for the longest time. So I wonder if, and please get in the comments, or somebody, please, anybody, please let me know.
Somebody let us know if England has the same style of Miranda rights as we do.
or what came first.
Which I would assume they probably have a version of it.
But I want to know who came first.
But if anybody has knowledge on that, please let us know in the comments.
Please, I want to know who, what, when it comes to reading off your rights, which fuck yeah, I'm glad we have that. Who started that first, and how much better does it sound in English? And I mean English, and not English.
English, not English.
Not American
not
English.
American English. English.
I mean English, because I bet it sounds a lot better and a lot more legal.
Yeah. Go fuck off the Motorvilli.
After that, it's just the organic building of the friendship between Danny and Angel.
Yeah. It
doesn't feel forced, which I feel like in a lot of movies this is based on. It's kind of
Did you call him Pickle?
Pickle? No. I said Danny and...
You said Pickle.
Did I say Pickle?
Yeah.
Listeners,
but
go back
also,
and tell me if I said
that's
Pickle.
what Sean's mom. That's what Sean's mom called him in Shaun of the Dead was Pickle.
It could just be some.
So that's fucking wild, dude. That's wild. If you pulled that out without, first of all, if you pulled that out without knowing that Shaun of the Dead reference, awesome. But if you pulled that out just calling him Pickle, I will throw my goddamn phone at you, because you should not know. You should not know his nickname was Pickle.
I'm not operating on that level. I'm pretty sure it's just some sort of subliminal bullshit that came out of my fucking goddamn head. I just like how organic the relationship is when it comes to typical cop movies like this. It seems kind of forced, like in Dirty Harry. Previous episode, guys, please go back and listen to it if you haven't.
They do get pretty close.
They get pretty close, but in Dirty Harry, it seems kind of just meh. It's really just forced. Now I see what you call him, Dirty Harry, because you get the shit under the stick.
But their relationship is so organic and
organically done. And he keeps inviting him to the pub and tried to invite him out, and he's like, no.
I want to get to know you, and also I want to learn from you because you know so much. So it's our relationship.
It's a bit less gay.
Yeah, essentially.
Actually, I'm lying. It's still a lot more gay than we are. We are so straight.
But like I agree though.
It makes
it's a
sense,
very organic relationship.
and I care for their relationship at the end of it because they have been working on it and building on it to the point where like they have their little references to each other, quoting each other. He even's like, we can't talk to somebody that we officially
He's even got
rebuked.
Nicholas laughing, and they're doing callbacks to each other,
which is
and it's
which
so
is obviously
good. It's so organic.
Yeah.
Again, the word is organic.
It's organic.
Feels like they're actually becoming friends through the story,
which is done very well because they're actually friends in real life and them knowing each other and doing all this stuff. But they do it a way of being kind of annoyed and just like envious of the other to the point where they actually blend into an actual friendship. So so the turn at the very end for what was Nicholas Frost's character again? Danny. So Danny's turn at the end actually makes sense because he's like, no, I've actually gotten to know this guy and actually kind of respect the actual following the rule and code of law, which this guy sticks by to so fucking hard.
He trusts Nicholas so much that that Nicholas knows the law so much.
Yeah,
right from wrong,
and has that kind of that kind of moral guidance between what is.
And he still has that moral quandary in the end, where he's like, no, it's not murder. It's just Dad's little club.
Yeah, club. He's like, no, either way, it's wrong.
Yeah, so eventually when that turn happens and he just
teams up with him.
It's so
one of the
fucking bad.
Goddamn, like fucking suit up, load up,
like, let's fucking go
scenes. My God, so fucking well shot and well done and well scored. Ah,
and every single line they say to each other, like, I don't know. What are you thinking? Let's go to the shop. I don't know. What are you thinking? Let's go to the pub. But that comes back at the end in the action sequence when they're the guns are blazing.
Yeah, when everything finally
they
goes
say
off.
the same fucking lines to each other. What are you thinking? Pub. And then they go and start shooting up the shit. Everything lines up so perfectly. Everything, like, this is, God damn it.
You want to go to the shop? And then I go
God damn it. Does this movie not just rock balls, dude?
Dude. It really fucking does. Dude, I'm going to fucking give it to it. It was, oh my God. I had so much fun watching this fucking movie. I'm so glad it's as long as it is because I didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
I enjoy living in this world with these people.
No, I know. Especially when it ends, it's still like, I want to see you.
When it ends, but when you think it ends,
and then it doesn't. Yeah. Okay, we'll get there. Let's continue. Let's keep going.
Okay, I'm almost at the end, although I do have one little bit I want to touch at, but I want to get your opinion on other stuff. Another all caps, the music.
Yeah.
Can I be honest for a second?
Yeah.
Can I be real?
Yeah, be real.
I've never seen Bad Boys or Point Break.
Okay, that's all right.
Any of the movies, the reference, with the exception of Die Hard, I have not seen.
No, it's okay.
It's not.
But
I'm not a man.
Well,
I'm not a real man. I haven't seen those movies.
While I will agree, you are not a real man.
I know. I'm not a real boy.
But I hadn't seen Point Break until I watched this movie because I didn't realize Point Break was like actually kind of fun.
Well, it sounds fun. It's Patrick Swayze and Keanu Reeves.
I had seen Bad Boys 2 probably 100 times before this movie even came out.
I haven't even seen Bad Boys, which is weird because my family loved Will Smith.
I have such a guilty pleasure for the Bad Boys movies. Such a guilty.
Have you seen the recent ones?
I've seen Bad Boys for Life, but not the newest one.
Is it upsetting to you as a fan of Bad Boys? Let's get real for a second. I'm asking you a real interview question. Is it upsetting for you that you saw Bad Boys for Life, but Bad Boys 4 wasn't Bad Boys for Life?
Probably could have been.
Does it also piss you off?
I think in the end of that, they didn't expect to get another sequel out of it. So that's why they titled the third one Bad Boys for Life. And then they got a fourth movie and they're like, oh,
Bad
fuck.
Boys
Well,
4?
yeah.
Does it also piss you off that Fate of the Furious wasn't just titled F8 Furious?
Oh, no, that doesn't bug me at all because I'm not The only thing about the Fast and the Furious franchise that bugs me is that Fast X wasn't fasten your seatbelts.
Can I be honest?
Fast 10 your seatbelts.
The fact that these movies aren't utilizing any of these puns pisses me off.
No, and they
And
should.
I think it's a reference to the quality of the movie.
Dude, like if they were to get that, like if they were to just add that little bit, give us as moviegoers that little bit of tongue in cheek, and we will be so much happier, and we'll want to be like, oh, sweet, you get it, we get it, let's fucking go.
We're all aware.
But if you take it so seriously, it was like, oh no, it's just Fast X. No, title it Fast 10 your seatbelts. And I feel like
Fast 10 Furiously.
Exactly.
Right there.
Put a little bit of the tongue in cheek just for the title, and that will get you at least 10% more viewership.
See, you're a liar. It does bug you a little bit.
It does bug me a little bit. They should. Just like they have to. Like they have to know.
I mean, I know they do.
I know they do too, but they really should just give us as moviegoers that little bit, that
hat tip, that nod, that wink,
just enough. Like keep the movie exactly
the exact same. Just change give the title.
Give the title like a wink to the audience, a wink to us moviegoers, being like, "We get it, you get it. Let's have a fun time.
We all know why we're here, and it's not for quality. Here we go, guys."
Exactly. Just that fucking, hey, you want to see John Cena killing multiple people and then high-fiving a 10-year-old?
Yeah.
Wink,
yeah, I do.
Big ass wink. Cool.
Wink. Nod. You're welcome.
We all know what we're about, so let's just kind of play into that.
Stop trying to act like we're better than we actually fucking are, people.
Exactly.
All right, finishing up on my notes. After that tangent. Love that all the suspicions are confirmed about what people are hiding underneath when they profile everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Love that.
He clocked him.
Fucking ties together.
Clocked him.
Why is he wearing such a long coat? He's probably hiding weapons under there.
He clocked him from the very beginning.
From the very beginning. Beautiful. Yeah. Fantastic. Dude, I fucking love that. Pisses me off that I didn't get Edgar Wright's Ant-Man since he dropped out of directing that.
Okay, well, we're going to move on from that.
No, I'm not going to. No, because there needs to be a comic book connection.
Yeah, okay, I guess that's fair.
So go fuck yourself. Fucking fuck yourself.
Do you like the last one I did?
Yeah.
yeah, okay.
You shoehorned it.
I pushed them both in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like we're nothing but consistent here at Cole-astic Cinema.
I'm gonna find more superhero themes too.
I've got several in my head that I can let you know about. Okay, this was a random note. I think this is when the alcohol kicked in. Pre-John Wick, younger guy versus old man in Rain.
Oh.
Because the final fight.
Yeah, with Simon Pegg and Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, it's Simon Pegg versus Timothy Dalton. Where it's, first of all, James Bond. We got James Bond.
Yeah, we got a James Bond
in this bitch, dude.
Yeah.
Which is the only reason why it's believable that he'd be able to have that kind of a fucking hand-to-hand
Also,
fight.
to be that fucking charming.
Dude, he's so goddamn charming, dude.
Everything he says.
Dude, I love Timothy Dalton.
No, he's great.
Dude, he is... Fuck.
Is he my favorite Bond?
No.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't
Probably not. But is he charming and believable as Bond?
Oh,
yes.
absolutely, dude.
Oh, dude. So I know I've told it on the podcast before, but I had a night where we were talking with a bunch of friends, and we were all talking about our favorite. It was like, oh, we gotta watch James Bond movies and blah blah blah. And I rose a question to our friend Kenzie, and I was like, oh, so who's your favorite who's your favorite Bond, and why is it Timothy Dalton? And Kyle. KG tried to stab me with his cigar. he tried to burn me with this lit cigar.
Well, that's because, as we longtime listeners know, that KG is a Daniel Craig purist. He doesn't believe in anything before that heavily waxed man.
Yeah. It's
Which is
very
weird.
true.
He's it's a weird hill to die on, but he insists on doing that.
It's a fun argument, but that's an argument for another day.
It is. And for another movie series and another marathon. Guys, keep an eye out. Might be coming to you at a theater near you.
Hint, hint. We might have a Bond marathon. Let us
Wink,
know in the comments
wink.
if you wanna see that.
And if you
Or
don't want to see it,
listen to
actually,
that.
honestly, I don't give two shits. If you don't want to fucking listen to that, we're going to do it anyway because
Yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen.
there's a
but-
lot. That's an easy thing to fucking cover. Like it's easy. It's right there. It's obvious, guys. So maybe then we won't do it because it's so fucking obvious. You don't know what we're doing. We're 2 steps ahead at every time.
All right.
All right.
What do you got?
There's just one thing I want to talk about. But I'm curious, before I get into it, I'm curious if there's anything that you need to say about this movie that you love so much before I get into this weird little thing that I noticed while we were watching.
Let's see. That's an end in the movie note. Everything has a porpoise. Yeah, I already talked about that.
Yeah, we've been talking about dolphins for a while.
No, I think everything that I love about this movie, I've already said. It's everything that I wanted from it. First act, dumb British sitcom. Second act, horror movie. Third act, action movie. Like I think, and none of the elements outweigh the other. It all plays so well together, and just. I think it just has some of the best character building and writing that modern stories need to take from. Like
Absolutely.
it's just a really, really fun comedy movie. And comedy movie, horror movie, action movie, it's all of those things.
Well, I mean, in
wrapped
relation
into
to
one.
the movie we previously watched, Wicker Man, this is the exact example of what to do when it comes to.
Well, thinking again, saying Wicker Man tie-in, the
brings me to my next.
the main character in the original Wicker Man, the 1973 Wicker Man, Edward Woodward is in this movie, and he still does a phenomenal job.
Oh, yeah.
Even 50 some odd years later, he's still just a fantastic actor.
Oh yeah. But that is not the only way that this movie is like The Wicker Man. And
with the cultists?
Nope, there's a lot more than that, Fabian, because I've taken extensive notes on this movie to compare it to the movie that we just watched. Here's why. First of all, yes, a cult. What?
Yeah.
Whereas in The Wicker Man, obviously fucking cult. This one's like, oh.
This one's very added.
Third act cult.
Just
Okay,
fucking
let's have
shocker.
fun. Number 2, flashbacks. Did you just see this thing? This thing just happened. Flashback to what just happened because he's correlating everything to the thing that happened before. Flashbacks happen constantly to connect everything that actually connects to the actual mystery. But this is a cop who's actually good.
But the
at this shit.
flashbacks in this movie actually
Work
work
and make sense. But
matter to the story.
oh yeah, well that's what
It's not just one callback to one
callback.
semi truck running a child over.
We are clearly running a theme today because the next one is, flashbacks from minutes ago. Lack of gun use for a long time until the third act.
Yeah. I'll agree with that, but also this one still makes more sense having it be in the United Kingdom, having being in Britain. and
Lying
everything.
partner.
No.
Yep. Ex-girlfriend, fiance was lying. Danny was lying because he knew
Danny
more was going on.
Danny wasn't lying. He didn't know.
He knew something was going on, but not that much.
He didn't really know what was going on. He didn't really know anything. He thought it was the NWA was Dad's secret little clubby. He had no idea that
That's still a weird.
anything.
Name to have. First of all, let's talk about
That's
that
the
for a
thing.
second.
Willow knew everything that was going on and was just blatantly lying to Nick Cage. And there's a huge difference there.
Okay. Famous older actors.
Agreed.
Horror elements.
No, because Wicker Man didn't have any horror elements.
Well, neither were supposed to actually have horror elements because they did a black comedy for The Wicker Man.
No,
This is a
I
comedy as
won't
well.
agree with that. This movie is supposed to have horror elements.
Hot Fuzzes?
Yes.
Supposed to have horror elements?
Yes.
I did not see that listed when we pulled it up on Peacock. Kicking women.
Okay. Yep. Yeah.
Arresting the whole village.
Is this what you were like? I was like,
Yes,
right
when you're
faster?
like, yeah, right. Yes.
Okay. The whole village.
Yeah, talking about taking down the whole village. The
Okay,
cop is
yep.
talking about taking down the whole village.
I'll agree with that.
Surprise twins.
Wait, where are there surprise twins in Hot Fuzz?
The cops who work the front part of the thing, because you have the ones like, no one tells me anything. One's got the loose hair, crazy
Oh,
hair.
yeah.
The other one's more cut back.
The sergeant. Okay. Yep.
Surprise twins.
Yep. I totally forgot about that guy.
All right, ready for another hard-hitting note? Well shot.
It's surprising with Wicker Man, not surprising for this one, but
Exactly,
yes.
but still.
I will also agree with you. on that one.
Correlation.
Yep.
Log/kegs falling on somebody
Yes.
after being attempted to be helped.
Yes.
Prominent bike.
Yes.
Cop versus the whole town.
Yes.
Callbacks. It's in anything. Agnostic lead.
Yes.
Kid being used for cult.
What? No, I can't think of a kid being used. In,
Kids being manipulated by the town, I think, was what I was going with there.
well, yeah, but like
yeah.
in Hot Fuzz, no. I would say no.
Okay, also in Hot Fuzz, inbred children. Because it's mentioned that the mother and the sister are the same.
Oh, with Michael Armstrong. Okay,
Michael
yeah,
Armstrong,
with the Hound.
Yeah, with the Hound and all that. But also all the guys helping the Hound out when pointed to as the employees working for the
Yeah,
company.
they're all clearly
Yarp.
mouth breathers.
Yarp.
Yep.
Yarp.
All right, I'll agree with that
inbred
one.
children. You and I laughing at violence against women.
Yes. Not even a question. And that's probably our intro bit for that.
Cop slowing down to pick up a duck/doll when they don't need to fucking slow down. They're being fucking pulled in.
Yes.
Yeah. So, and those are ways
yeah.
that Hot Fuzz
Yeah, they're
is
very
pretty much
yeah.
Wicker Man.
No, they're good. They're very similar. I'll give you all of that. And they're only a year apart.
They're only, literally, man.
Yeah.
So, around the time of filming, one was in British Columbia, the other one was clearly on the other side of the
Yeah,
pond.
one was in
obviously
Britain.
these things can only be connected. And my only last note is actually a anecdote from podcast.
Anecdote.
No, antidote. Because it's going to cure the poison in your minds because it's going to make you guys laugh and feel good about yourselves. That's right. There was an intentional fuck up. Just like in The Wicker Man. The antidote is a story told by Edgar Wright during the filming of this movie while they were pausing everything, like working on various things going on. They weren't filming at the time. Some people, a child approached Timothy Dalton, who's James fucking Bond.
Yeah.
And sorry, just remember the story. It's a lot of fun.
Really got a pee. So
I
let's
know,
go.
and that's why I'm also going to make you fucking wait for it. So Richard Child approached him and asked him for a fucking autograph, and Timothy Dalton's tired of doing all this. He's like, you're fucking kidding me right now. Approach swears at a child. That's all I need to mention. There's no reason to hold your attention for that whatsoever, Fabian. I'm just really just.
And he's just riffing, ladies
Yep,
and gentlemen.
I can see.
And that'll do it for
Yep,
us.
yep,
And
yep,
maybe
yep,
we'll do
yep.
a third episode today. This is our second episode today.
Ooh.
And I'm going to play it. How about it?